Week one, it is Sunday, January 4th, and this morning I went to the Salt Lake Buddhist Temple in downtown Salt Lake City. It was right by the Delta Center, like literally across the street. Overall, great experience. The people were very friendly. The building was simple and thoughtful. It was built in 1962 in kind of a mid-century style. The first thing I noticed when I walked in was that it was very, very quiet. The main room where the meditation and ceremonies take place is called the Hondo. We didn't have to take our shoes off, but you were encouraged to bow before entering the Hondo. Right away, I was greeted by a host and offered to take part in the Ashoko. That is a short ritual you perform individually in front of the main altar that features a golden Amida Buddha. The Ashoko is a burning of incense that is symbolic of cleansing or opening the mind and preparing oneself to listen to the teachings or Dharma. So the first part of the service included a silent meditation. It was about 20 minutes. The Dharma talk was from one of the priests in that opening service. The second part of the service was a lot more, there's a lot more people that showed up. There was probably about 50 people congregating in the Hondo. We chanted, we recited some verses, and then a longer talk was shared. The main message I took away from the main talk was cool. They talked about how the brighter the light, the darker the shadow. The light of Amida, or God, or higher consciousness, or whatever you want to call it, shines from behind your head and casts a shadow in front of you so that you have to face it. The light is compassion, and it encourages you to accept your shadow. Think about it like this, when the earth turns from night to morning, we awaken. The light is what awakens us. So light brings awakening. The Buddha taught that compassion and wisdom are the light of this world. So overall, had a great time, good vibe, welcoming and kind people. Total score, 46 out of 60. Here's the scoring breakdown of the experience that I had. Number one, meaning and message. I'm going to give this a 9. I clearly understood what the group believed, what the organization stands for, why it exists, and why people gather each week. 2, ritual and experience flow. I'm going to give that an 8. I knew where things were going. There was a little friction, not in a bad way, just pacing, transitions, music, overall, good. Minor distractions, no big deal, but cool. 8's good. Ethics and integrity, I'm going to give that a 6. It was interesting that in both of the talks, there was 2 talks that I went to. I went to the meditation service at 9, and then the larger group service at 10. And it was interesting how in both sessions there was some comparison made to other organizations. I thought that was interesting. For community, energy, and belonging, we're going to score this a 9 as well. The group was very welcoming. Everyone was very friendly. Answered all the questions that I had, made me feel very welcome. So that was cool. 5, learning and cognitive expansion. Let's grade. We're going to give this a 7. Good. Good stuff overall. There was a lot of chanting. We did a lot of chanting and a lot of recitation. Not a lot, but some. And maybe that's not necessarily a thing to learn from. It's more of a practice of presence and oneness with everyone else in the group. But we'll still give that a 7. And then lastly, 6, heart resonance and emotional impact, also a 7. I know that's variable. I know that that's kind of a thing that is more personal, but for me, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Overall score for Salt Lake Buddhist Temple today was 46 out of 60. So next week, I don't know where I'm going to go yet, but stay tuned. And I am going to do this every week this year, and we'll see what happens.